Okay, today I'm brewing up my chocolate milk porter recipe. I was going to use Golden Light dry malt extract for the whole thing. I only have 3 pounds, but I've also got some Pale Ale dry malt. I'm going to be using that. I'll probably use 2 pounds of that and 3 pounds of the Golden, or I may decide to do it different. I haven't really made up my mind. I've got 1 pound of light Munich. I've got some black malt. I'm going to use 8 ounces of that, 12 ounces of chocolate malt, it's a slightly darker version, and 1 pound each of Crystal 40 and Crystal 80. For the hops, I'm just doing 3 additions. East Kent Golding at 60 and at 30 minutes, Willamette at Flameout, and then I have these mystery hops. It says Stout hops. It came with a kit that I bought a couple of years ago. They've been in the freezer ever since. I don't know what they are, but I'll open them up and see what condition they're in, and I'll probably toss those in most likely at the end of the boil, but I'm not really sure yet. I'm going to be adding 8 ounces of lactose and 8 ounces of cocoa powder, this whole entire can. You notice that the fat content in this is less than 1 gram. You want that so you don't interfere with the head retention. And I'll be using Nottingham Yeast, 2 packs. I've decided to use 2 pounds of the Pale Ale dry malt extract. That'll be wort A. I'll explain later what that is. Adding the dry malt extract at this stage, before the boil, before even steeping grains, is part of the John Palmer method. Here, I've got only about 2 quarts of water, and you'd be surprised how much dry malt extract you can dissolve in such a small amount of water. So into this is going to go the entire 3 pounds of light dry malt extract. This will be gently heated while the other pot is boiling, and probably with 5 minutes or so left in the boil, I'll add this to this. It's the late malt addition here. Throughout the course of the boil, this dry malt extract will dissolve. Looks like a mess right now, but as you'll see later on, it dissolves quite nicely. And that's that. Alright, I'm going to check the condition of these stout hops. Whatever the heck that is. They look to be in good shape. They don't smell cheesy. I think I'm going to go ahead and chuck these in. Don't know what they are. I'm going to guess they're Fuggle. We'll toss those in at the end of the boil. So while we're doing the mini mash, this is the burner that I heated wort A with. This is wort B, and the residual heat from the burner is going to start our process to heat this gently. By the time this is done, a lot of this dry malt extract will have dissolved. While the mash is resting, I'm going to go ahead and dissolve the cocoa powder, or get it started anyway. Save a lot of time and hassle at the end. This stuff is really hard to dissolve, so that's why it's a good idea to do it way in advance. I probably added a little too much water to this pan. I'm not going to have much head space, but I think I can fit it all in there. No worries. Yep, that's it. It's going to be just fine. That's all the cocoa powder. Alright, let's check out our wort B late malt edition, see how it's going. And as you can see, it's dissolving quite nicely after sitting on that hot burner, with the burner off, of course. Yeah, it's almost completely dissolved. Look at that. There you have it. So about halfway through the boil, I'll start heating this gently, and I'll try to get it up to boiling temperature before I add it to wort A. Okay, it's time to begin heating up wort B, our late malt edition. Okay, wort B has come up to a gentle simmer. There's 13 minutes left. I'm going to go ahead and add in the lactose. Our cocoa looks perfect. Okay, it's time to taste the beer. But first, if you watched at the beginning, you saw that this was supposed to be a brew day and tasting video for a recipe that I brewed from Little John. That's Little John's Brewing in Australia. Unfortunately, I'm having some technical issues with that, but I will post that video at a later date as soon as I can get that worked out. Now, as for this beer, I have brewed this recipe a number of times, more times than I can even count. It's in my regular rotation, and I even do a stout version. Also, Finru brewed this recipe almost exactly 5 years ago, and he thought it was quite good. I, of course, think it's quite good, but I've never done a video about it, so here we are. Now, this has been in the bottle for about 8 weeks, so let me go ahead and open it, get it poured up, and we'll see what we got here. Yeah. Take a look at that. Got a nice thick head on it. It's kind of a tan head. It's a very, very dark beer. This started at 1060 and finished at 1016 for 5.7% ABV. Let's get the aroma. Chocolatey, roasty. Exactly what I've come to expect from this beer. Go in for a taste. Cheers. Just like the aroma. First of all, it's got that wonderful chocolate flavor, and that comes, of course, from the cocoa. It has some roast character in it, a fair amount, a little bit of caramel. It's malty. It's got a slight hint of coffee, some sweetness and bitterness coming from the cocoa and dark malts. About 30 IBUs. That's good for a beer like this. Absolutely fantastic. It's got a medium body, I would say. There you have it. I don't have much more to add to this. I could sit here and just drink the rest of this on camera, but that might be kind of boring. The cool thing about this beer, even at 5.5%, roughly 5.5%, 5.7, even at that level of alcohol, this is still very thirst quenching, very refreshing. I have brewed this with a lower gravity, and you know, around 4.5%. It's just as good as this. I mean, I could drink this on a hot day, and I often do when I brew this. This is an all year beer. So that's it. I'm going to get out of here and finish this beer and drink a few more. It is very close to Christmas, and it's possible that this video won't even post until after Christmas. So I'll just say I hope everybody had a great Christmas and that everybody has a Happy New Year. So until next time, cheers. Bye for now.